maverick from the land of the five rivers.
Years ago, when we came to Los Angeles, I really believed that the greatness of the Raiders would be in its future.
Man, it's a post-game edition, man. We got second week in a row, second post-game in a row. My guy Run Down in the building. Man, we got a great show lined up, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's gonna be a good one. Hopefully you can hear me good, man. Hopefully you can hear me all right. But yeah, it's gonna be a spicy one, bro. We definitely gotta just be real about where we at as an organization. But appreciate everybody for tapping in though.
Definitely. We appreciate everybody pulling up. It's crazy, man. If I would have spoke to y'all right after the game, y'all probably wouldn't even like me anymore because I would have said some stuff that y'all would have been like, Farrah, how could you? I can't believe you said that about the Raiders. I thought you were a Raider fan. But, I've since calmed down just a little bit. But if you guys say something that throws me off just a little bit, man, I'm about to give you the truth. Either way, y'all about to get the truth today. Obviously, the Raiders lost against the Bears in a tough way to lose. I mean, it's kind of hard for me to call losses tough with the Raiders because I've seen every type of tough loss with the Raiders, but this one was definitely a tough game, especially because I kind of felt like the Raiders were in control of this game. They were the better team today, in my opinion, but at the end of the day, they lost. So the Bears won, and they were the better team. At the end, they found a way to win the game. But we'll get into it. We'll get into everything from Geno Smith to Pete Carroll to the outlook of the season to the game. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get into every.
Defensively, we were the better team. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Defensively, we were the better team.
Defensively, yeah. I mean, if you look at how the defense, we'll get into it, man, because they literally. The score doesn't do any justice to their performance. I know it wasn't enough to win
at all,
but it's tough, man. But salute to everybody pulling up. Rick Rock in the building, man. Appreciate you pulling up. Let me see if I can. What's good?
What up, family, man? We rolling tonight, man. We rolling tonight. Everybody go ahead and voice your frustrations tonight, bro. It's gonna be a spicy one out here.
Definitely. Hold on. Let me see if I can put this up here. Says salute, pulling up. Moon over Miami, the building. Severe's gonna be in the building on Tuesday. Man. He gonna be on the Tuesday 50-50 show. We'll get into that conversation. After a couple of days, I possibly might have a different take. Every time you sit on something, you might have But to be honest with you, I'm like at a point where it don't matter what day. I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's not gonna change. It's not gonna change, man.
That's right, man.
Salute to my guy Ray, man, in the building. Appreciate you coming through, man. He want to give you a special service announcement. Make sure to clock in, like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely, man. We are going live on both of our channels. So if you guys, this is the first time joining us, man, definitely subscribe to both channels, as well as hit the like button, hit the notification bell. You'll be notified for new content, as well as comment. If you're watching the replay, definitely leave a comment. Let us know how you feel about the show and the thoughts about the team and stuff like that, because we definitely look at the comments and we want to hear your thoughts. LA, I'm just calling you LAS. LAS, Pete, keep that same energy when you talk about compete. Geno should be called C-No because he for sure can't see the other team's DB in his sight. JPJ was getting dogged for some crap. Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's wait, what? Huh?
I think.
I don't know if I agree with that fully, Pharaoh. I don't know if I agree with that fully, bro. What do you mean he getting dogged? I thought he played well.
Maybe by the coaching staff. Maybe he thinks by the coaching staff like treating him unfairly.
Oh, okay, yeah. If that's what you mean, then yeah.
Yeah. Like I thought JPJ had a good game today. He had a good game. There were some moments where
I thought he played well. Well.
Yeah, we'll get into that too, because I want to hear your thoughts on like the running game and like how Ashton Jeanty looked like.
Yeah.
From my vantage point, man, he had a hell of a game, great game, and we'll get into that conversation. Robert Pena just comes in. He just says Geno sucks. I do agree with you, sir. I do agree with you. Geno does suck.
Yeah,
he does.
You can't defend it.
Yeah.
You can't defend it.
Who does Geno have dirt on? 7 interceptions by week 4. I mean, the biggest dirt is the contract.
Are we gonna have a conversation, bro? Like, yeah, I mean, real talk, bro. Are we gonna have a conversation, bro? It's like I know fans are already asking, but let's be real with y'all selves, bro. You talking about benching the man for who? For who?
Right.
Like Kenny Pickett, like that's who the fuck y'all want to see. Like, and then even after that, if Kenny even wasn't the guy, y'all know who else would have to go in. And I for sure am not trying to go through that fucking O'Connell fiasco no more either. So it's like, it is what it is, bro. So be it. That was just right. So be it. Fuck it.
TK says losing Colton sucks. Yeah, man, that literally happened like the second to last play before that blocked field goal. Like, he went down. They said they had to get a stretcher for him to get out. But then they said it was a sprained ankle. So, I don't know, that's kind of embarrassing. They get a stretcher for you. But it might have been like a high ankle sprain. It might have been a real bad ankle sprain or whatever. He's a big guy.
High ankle. It's high ankle. Yeah.
If it's high ankle, then that injury he's probably gonna be out for like at least like 3 to 4 games.
A month, bro. Like at least like damn near a month. So
yeah. 3 to 4 games. And he's a big guy too, so like he definitely can't put no pressure on that because he wants that to heal. But a month of losing your starting left tackle.
Stone Forsythe is the left tackle, bro. That's really where we at. And like honestly, I could probably anybody in the chat, dog. We could probably have open tryouts, and you're probably better than Stone Forsythe. So real talk, hey, put Grant in there. Let's just see it. Fuck it. Put Grant in there. At this point, let's just see what he is. We all know he's not ready, so we don't put hella expectations on him. But at the end of the day, bro, just put him in the fire, man. Fuck it. Let him get some work.
It's some good reps. It'd be some good reps because the way I'm. All right. Well, you know what? Let's. I feel like we getting ready, man. We appreciate everybody pulling up. Kevin Lurker in the building. Salute. Appreciate you pulling up. Anthony Provencio, we lost because of Geno. Facts, 100%. Raider Paul said, I thought you said Jeanty a bust. I didn't think he said that. I mean, did you say Jeanty's a bust?
No, but Paul has mental issues, so.
Come on, Paul. Come on, Paul, man. Hey, man.
Paul be hearing tonight, bro. So I don't be tripping about what Paul be remembering, bro.
Come on, Paul. Salute. We got a super chat. Alfredo, my guy, starts off the show right. He says, Carr or Brady, Geno ain't it. Derek Carr is he's retired. Brady is retired. So, you know, I'm waiting for the Raiders to go out and get their QB in the first round. Like, go get their QB.
We continue to wait for something, Pharaoh, that will never come to us, bro. How many times do we have to sit here and clamor for the same thing? It's like every year we say the same thing. I know you said it. I've said it multiple fucking times. Everybody has said it, really, like, that has sense. And it's like, dog, just get a young quarterback. Every year we say it. And then you look at the young quarterbacks that we like and look at their situations. Look how they changed the situations. And then you're like, oh, dog, again. But every year we got to have that Rich Gannon, though. We got to do the Rich Gannon, bro, every year. I hope some of you fans get to learn it, right? Learn. We don't. It's time. It's over for that, bro. It's over. Fuck that. If you're still scared of Jamarcus fucking Russell, bro, get the fuck over it. That was like how many years ago? Get that shit over it, bro. Like, at this point, we have to take that swing, bro. We gotta get a young one. Because look, even at this point, bro, and I know we'll get into it, but like, look at the Giants, right? And I don't think the Giants are that much better than us, but I like look at their situation a lot because I compare it to our situation.
Right.
When Russ is struggling, look what the fuck they did. Oh, Jackson, get in there, bro. Get in there. Inflict some energy. You feel what I'm saying? Give us some energy. Give us something. And he came out there and won. Look at look at how they feel now. You feel what I'm saying? Now their 1-3 is way different than our 1-3. Way different. The way they fucking feel right now. So it's like, dog, come on, man. Come on, bro.
I do agree that when we got Geno, I wasn't like, oh, we got our quarterback. We don't need to address the quarterback position. Personally, I still wanted us to go get a quarterback, a young QB to develop. Because I know AOC didn't fit that mold. I know that we didn't have anybody on the roster that fits that mold to develop a QB. Because the way I looked at Geno Smith, I looked at him as a bridge quarterback. That was my viewpoint. I never looked at him as a franchise guy.
You out of here?
But we'll get into it. We'll get into Geno because I felt like one of the biggest issues with how the Raiders handled Geno Smith is they looked at him as a franchise QB, and he wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't a franchise QB, and even if you look at the first few games, it was super pass heavy. Like literally the first couple of games, 2 or 3 games, Geno like averaged 40-something attempts each game. Like each game he was getting at least 40 attempts. It's almost like the coaching staff had a very inflated view of who Geno Smith really was. And he wasn't that type of quarterback. He was never that type of quarterback. He was always a placeholder in my eyes. But that being said, let's go to the game real quick. You know, first of all,
right. Okay.
Let's get just run down the game, man. We got rundown on the show, man. We got to get a rundown.
Yeah, you already know what time it is, bro. Hey, give me 1 second. I gotta go grab some papers real quick. I'm gonna be right back. Give me like 2 seconds, bro. 2 seconds. All right.
Got you. Let me change up the view real quick. Here we go.
Actually, shit, if you can still hear me, then you can go ahead, bro.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. I got you. Let me get the solo view. Yeah, man. Salute to everybody pulling up. Make sure to click and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Man, if you're just joining us, man, like we're getting into this is a post-game show. Obviously, today was a tough loss, man. Tough loss, losing 25-24. If you look at how the game started, oh man, I'm hearing some feedback. All right. So yeah, man, just if we just look how the game started, bro. How did the game start with Geno Smith throwing an interception, and he continues to throw interceptions. He continues to show why he's not the quarterback of the future. At the end of the day, I just feel like the Raiders had a very weird view on how they viewed their team. Yeah, I know. It's all good. Rundown about to be back. It's all good. I just felt like they had a really weird view of how they viewed their team at the end of the day. Like the way I looked at the Raiders, I looked at them as more of a run-heavy team. I thought they were going to go and emphasize the run. They never did that. Instead, they emphasized the pass. They try to it almost made it seem like they looked at Geno Smith like he was Aaron Rodgers in his prime. He's not that type of guy. and it's almost like they try to force that on the team, and it didn't work. From game one, I know a lot of people. Second here. Oh shit. My bad. Hold on. No, facts. Rick Rock, man, he says there ain't no future in building around Geno Smith. No, facts. But the thing is that Pete Carroll and this regime, they gave out that contract. It's a nice contract based off what we're seeing. I mean, he's getting paid. He's getting paid. And to quote Geno Smith, I get paid the big bucks. Remember, he went on that rant against that fan. It doesn't look like it though. It doesn't look like it's well deserved. But going back to how the Raiders really I just felt like the Raiders' view on who Geno Smith was way higher than what other people viewed him as. And I felt like we all looked at him as a bridge quarterback. We all looked at him as a guy that he's going to be the placeholder for QB. Maybe there might have been a few fans here that might have viewed him more as a franchise QB, but I didn't view him that way. Hold on, let me bring back my guy. Hold on 1 second. Salute to everybody pulling. Make sure to clock in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. All right, we got him back. All right, cool.
First of all, who's back there talking shit? All right, whoever's back there talking shit, I'm on your ass.
Oh, they talking trash, man.
Hey, first of all right, in a Raiders loss, everybody knows you need whatever narcotics or whatever vices you need. All right, don't y'all start coming at me, goddammit. I got to smoke the paid away. But appreciate everybody for tapping in, of course, man. Tough loss, bro. Very tough loss. I look. I tried to buy in, Pharaoh, because I was hearing you talk from the background, bro. I tried to buy in because this is year 3 of my channel, and I think every year in draft year I've been on the campaign, quarterback, get one. You know what I mean? So this year I tried to be different. I said, all right, bro, you know what? Let's buy in. Fuck it. Let's buy in. We have a veteran. Maybe we can finally get that veteran presence, and and it comes in a different way. The football gods say no. You feel what I'm saying? It just is what it is, bro. We're watching, and I said this during the game. The interception that he threw to Byard over the middle, right? Does that not look like one of the same interceptions he threw against the Chargers in week 2?
See,
I'm looking at him like, wait a minute.
Right. It just keeps happening. And the thing is, look,
it looks the same, bro.
It's funny what we heard of Geno Smith. He was like the film guy's dream of QBs, as far as, oh man, look at his ball placement. He's so accurate. The types of throws he'll be making.
Real talk, bro.
Yeah, this, that, and third.
Talk,
but the problem is that Geno Smith. Have you ever seen Geno Smith make a pre-snap adjustment? He's never made a pre-snap adjustment.
No.
So look. No. So that's a negative, right? That's not part of his game. Cool. Not everybody's game. Sometimes there's a lot of QBs who don't do that. I get it. Okay. All right. How about what's your game post-snap? What do you do post-snap? Okay. Post-snap, he's obviously a guy that is super accurate, but he predetermines his throws, it seems like. So if he's automatically trying to force it.
Is he, Pharaoh? That I even got to push back on that, bro. We talking about the super accurate, correct? But there's been multiple throws over multiple games where he's missed motherfuckers that are open in crucial spots. You know what I mean? So it's like, dog,
I think it's getting to him too. He's not having a good game.
It is. I think it's mentally getting there to you. I think you're correct about that. Also, bro, it gets on my nerves when the announcers and everybody are immediately throwing off the the offensive line. The offensive line. No, it is not the offensive line. When it comes to pass protection, it's not the fucking offensive line. Actually, If you look at their numbers and if you watch the game, it has nothing to do with the offensive line. It's really mostly Geno. It's mostly Geno, dog. And then when it comes to the O-line, our gripes are in the run game. You feel what I'm saying? Like, most of the time, bro, he's holding the ball too long. And I will say this, though. I will say this. Because you talked about overestimating Geno's talent, right? And I kind of agree with you there. I feel like they're looking at him and they're trying to sell him like we did get Matt Stafford, right? Or like we got
look at
Aaron
the
Rodgers.
offenses. Look, like at first, not to cut you off. Look at that first game. You know, we in the rain. Okay, it's gonna be run heavy. They're gonna have to adjust the game plan. But they were super aggressive. Second game, same thing. Super aggressive, trying to throw the ball down the field. Another game where he has 40 plus attempts. And like, if we're being honest, like he leads the league in interceptions. Like, in what way? And look, you draft a running back number 6 overall. I'm like, okay, the best players on offense are Jeanty and Brock Bowers. Those are the guys that you're gonna.
Yep.
Those are the guys that the offense is going to be built upon. The pass game is going to be built upon getting Bowers the ball, and I'm assuming the run game obviously is going through Jeanty. But, you know, he is a rookie. He's a young player. I get it. They're slowly incorporating him each and every game. He's getting better, and which led to his breakout game today. Shout out to Jeanty, 21 carries, 138 yards rushing, a total of 155
This is where
yards.
I'll say it, though. But see, and not even because you are, but this is exactly where I was going. I'm glad you said that, bro, because we talked about overestimating Geno's talent. Yeah, he didn't be throwing the ball either, but then this is where even me myself, right, and I'll call myself to the forefront, put myself to the congregation. We have to take a step back as fans and understand, as fans, we overestimated fucking Jakobi and all these motherfuckers too, because let's be real. Geno is not playing well, but how much separation are all these people getting? Whenever I see a throw downfield, there is nobody. We never have nobody wide open, or we never have nobody open. They're always strapped up. Somebody in their back pocket, somebody in their hip, bro. And everybody, before you even, if you even disagree, let's just really take a thought and really look back. Every time we have a deep throw, is there anybody that even has like an arm length of separation? No, there's not. The only person creating separation is Trey Tucker right now. Even Jakobi is struggling to a degree. He's struggling right now to a degree. Brock is not healthy, but even one-legged Brock is doing work. You know what I mean? So now I'm looking at everybody else. Dante Thornton, I fuck with his blocking. I love the way he blocks, but we call him a spade a spade. Pharaoh, you talked about it. I talked about it on my show, bro. He is not there running routes. I'm sick of and tired of having them go on a shitty fade route or some drag that he dropped today, right? Some drag that he dropped today that's all he runs. He runs 2 routes and blocks. So it's like our weaponry, we overestimate as well because our weaponry ain't there, dog. It's time to get another one there too. It's talking about drafting one, bro. And really getting one high. But right now, quarterback watch. But it looks like we need way more than what people thought we needed, right? We need way more.
You know what's all right. So going back to Geno, because you look at the game and how it started. You know, shout out to the defense. Had a great game. To me, 100%. Defensively, the score doesn't do it justice. I know it wasn't 100%. Enough to win the game, but when I don't know, I think the first 3 or 4 Bears drives, it felt like they were in field goal range. I don't know how many times, at least 5 or 6 times, the Bears their offense started in field goal range, whether it was a turnover, whether it was going for it on 4th down, whether it was just. The 3 interceptions by Geno, going for it on 4th down, it all led to the Bears having great starting field position. And at some point, it was like, they had like 9 points. And it was like, bro, they should have had more. But the defense came to play. And what did I tell you last week? I said, this is going to be a bounce back game by the team. They got embarrassed on the road against the Commanders on a short week against a well-rested, Commanders team that had 10 days to game plan against the Raiders. It was obvious. It was a competitive disadvantage. Am I trying to give excuses? No, but I'm also keeping it real. At the end of the day, like, football is a game of inches. At the end of the day, like, I feel like at the end, it gets close when you play against these teams, and you give like extra day of game planning. That stuff matters, and it showed. And even the extra, even going across to going to DC and literally, just looking the way they did and missing tackles. I felt like that wasn't really what the Raiders defense showed for most of the season. So that being said, like, fast forward to right now, they obviously bounced back. They had a good season, or they had not a good season. They had a good game defensively, and they showed up. My thing is, at the end of the day, is like I just felt like the Raiders' whole just plan offensively didn't make any sense. Like, how do you draft a running back number 6 overall and you don't incorporate the run game until now, basically? And you could talk about like the offensive line being an issue. I get it, yeah, but it just feels like they weren't prepared. They didn't add, like, shout out to Bosco. I mean, they didn't invest in the offensive line. And the thing is, you can make an argument if they really knew who Geno was, because I think they're learning the hard way with Geno. Then I'm sure they probably wouldn't give him all that money, because you could get a young quarterback to play that type of style of ball where you're running the football heavy. And
this is where I'm scared, bro. This is where I'm scared, because it's like, when you really look at Pete, what quarterbacks has he had ever? Like, what quarterbacks has he had? I don't really. Russ, I've always thought is cool, but I've always thought Russ is kind of mid. And then Geno is the other one he's had success with, right? And then that's it. That's it, bro. Like, that's all he knows. Spy tech, right? What does he know, right? I talked about this earlier in the week with somebody, but spy tech, all he knows is Baker Mayfield, right? That's success. Tom Brady, that's success to him. When it comes to drafting, now give Pete credit, he drafted Russ, but that was in the 3rd round. When it comes to drafting, Kyle Trask is under fucking Spy Tech's belt, right? Like, Russ and all them, like, that's it. That's all Pete has. So who's going to be the person? Now, okay, this is where money got to be where their mouth is, right? Tom Brady is the guy, apparently. Okay. So who do we have to blame for Geno playing like so poorly? Who do we have to blame for that? When it is time for us to go draft a quarterback, which should be very, very soon, who's going to be making the decision? Because right now, I think we pointed it out, Pharaoh, it's a lot of patty cake and hot potato when it comes to assessing blame here, right? You hear Brady say one thing, you hear Spytek say another thing, you hear Pete say another thing, Chip. Everybody has something different that they add in that says, don't look at me. Well, who the fuck we look at? Who? You know what I'm saying? Everybody, but in the offseason, everybody was so quick to get the credit. Everybody was so quick to say, no, this is me. This is, what I do. I'm in here. I do this. I do that. But now when everything going wrong, motherfuckers got the don't look at me face. Yeah. See, bro, it's annoying with this team the way we go, man. But, that's a bridge we cross for another day. But I guarantee you right now, Pete's not going to bench him. I'll tell you that right now. He is not benching him. Anybody is hoping for that. It's not happening. Get that out of your mind.
It's not happening, because Kenny Pickett is the backup quarterback, and unless if they bench, and Kenny Pickett is Kenny Pickett's not good,
worse.
Man.
He's worse.
He's not
worse.
Good. He's not
as
good.
Bad as bad as Geno, bro. As bad as Geno's playing, bro. Like, Kenny Pickett's worse. Kenny's worse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is. And let me. So I looked up this stat, right? So the Raiders, they rushed for about 240 yards. And since 2015, NFL teams have gone 284 and 55. So 204 wins and 55 losses. in games in 200 plus rushing yards. So that's like an 83% winning percentage. So you could tell how bad a loss that was. And going back to the defense, Maxx Crosby, bro, he is, and it's another player. It's another player. You know, shout out to Caleb Williams. He was like, that's probably the best player that I've ever played against. Maxx Crosby had a hell of a game, and it goes to waste. Ashton Jeanty had a hell of a game, breakout game, and it goes to waste. The Bears had no business winning this game. They had no business. But Geno Smith is showing us, and I'm glad Geno's doing this.
Bro, Geno is the reason, bro. Geno is the reason we lost this game. Let's just keep it a bean, bro. Like, we got to tell the truth. Geno is the reason we lost this game. I don't want to hear anything about the defense. Like, there's gripe for me about the defense at the end that we were playing so soft, right, and all that extra. But I was telling my pops this during the game, right? There's only so much that we can do on defense until the dam breaks, bro. Like, and everybody that might complain about the defense, be real with yourself. You know we don't have the talent like that. Now, if we had the talent, you know what I mean? It's different. I can sit there and have the expectation to be like, nah, bro, you got to hold them out for 4 quarters. You know what I mean? But everybody at home, Pharaoh, me included, I was not expecting the defense to perform this way. I was not. So everything they doing right now to me is gravy, bro. What they doing this year is gravy. It's Geno Smith and the highest paid offensive coordinator, one of the quarterback that got the new contract, that's not performing. And it's simple and plain. You could have fooled me and said Gardner Minshew back in this motherfucker. You could have fooled me and say we could have kept Gardner to keep it a bean. To be honest with y'all, hey Pharaoh, they're gonna hate this. You might even get subscribers off. They're gonna get mad. What's the difference from what we seeing from Pete Carroll and Geno Smith from AP and Geno and Gardner Minshew? What's the difference? We still 1-3.
Yeah.
We still 1-3. It's more. It's just more interceptions.
More interceptions and a bigger contract. Bigger contract.
That's it. Bigger contract. More money.
Bigger.
What are we
more
doing?
money. Bigger contract.
My dog, man.
Yeah. You know. At the end of the day, man. Like my expectations going into the season weren't really high. Like if you've been watching. If you've been watching me all off season, if you've been watching the 50-50 show, if you've been watching Around the Shield, if you've just been watching me, paying close attention to what I've been saying, because I know people will be quick to tell you you're wrong and you're right about this or whatever case, but they're quick to tell you if you're wrong. But all off season, I said my expectations especially going into the season was really, really low, and I waited too. I waited until, obviously the free agency, the draft, training camp. And then I had to be real. I'm like, you know what? This is not going to be a season where the Raiders are going to compete for a playoff spot. This is not going to, like, you just compare it to the competition. Compare it to everybody in the division. Compare it to the good teams around the NFL. They don't have a lot of depth. They don't have an identity. Right now, they don't. It's the first quarter of the season is complete, and they don't have an identity. The first quarter of the season is supposed to tell you what type of team you have, and the Raiders do not have an identity. It looks like maybe potentially after this game, but it's only been one game, they could be a running team, a running football team. But guess what? They had 4 games to figure it out, and I'm not sure if they know that they're a running team. I'm sure they're going to continue to have Geno Smith at quarterback. Hopefully they incorporate the run game a little bit more.
But can we say that really, Pharaoh, though? Because guess what? Chicago was ranked what? We talked about it on my show, bro. They're ranked what against the run? They're bad against the run. They were bad against the run. They were true to form. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, that's cool. And I'm not trying to cast disparity on it because I'm glad I saw what we saw from Jeanty. And again, I think we even came out here and said it. I know I told you, bro, like, I'm not worried about him. You know what I mean? It's not the fact that I'm worried about him. It's all the fact about piecing shit around him at this point. I think he's going to be a good player. I'm not tripping about him. I said it a couple weeks ago, and I'll continue to say that, bro. I'm not tripping about him. It's putting shit more around him. Our problem is this, right? This passing game Now, what we thought we had confidence in, this passing game has no confidence, dog. We ain't got no confidence, bro. We can't even throw simple fucking crossing routes without getting picked off, Pharaoh. We can't throw crossers without being confident no more. So at this point, bro, it's shot. And at 35, bro, when the confidence is shot, it scares me, bro, for the continuation of this season. Because guess what? What's going to happen when we play the stronger part of our schedule? What happens when we play the stronger part of the schedule and now we got to start going against, like, because today's defense, it was cool, but this ain't some of the defenses we got to play at all. We still got to play Denver, dog. And I don't like Denver's offense, but Denver's defense is real. They're fucking real. The Chiefs defense is nothing to sneeze at. Right? Like, look, we still got to play the Eagles. We got to play all these teams. And you telling me we have 7 interceptions now? Bro, we going for Jameis Winston numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like, Geno done turned from, oh, shit, let's go, Geno, to, oh, no. This motherfucking turned from Geno to, oh, no. Every time he throws some shit, I'm like, oh, no. This motherfucker is throwing some interception somewhere in triple coverage, double coverage. So it's like, I don't know where we go, bro. I don't know where we go because our veteran quarterback is shot. His confidence is shot. So it's like, how do we get that back?
That's not my problem. He got to figure it out. I don't care. I don't care that he's been in the league. Look. I was more concerned. Look. Hey, I'm keeping it real. I don't care about Geno's confidence because at the end of the day, like he's been in the league long enough to understand how to play in the NFL. Like he knows what he needs to do. He knows what he can't do. He knows what he should be doing. Like he is a captain on the team. Like, you know, he's a voted captain. And I'm not trying. Hey, look, at the end of the day, we got to be honest here. Like now, if we're talking about like a young player like Jeanty and confidence, of course I'm gonna care a little bit more because he's a young player. He's gonna get he's still learning the game. You know, he's 21 years old. Like I want him to have confidence. I want him to get better because his ceiling is higher. There's so much more to his game and how much he's gonna get better for the team. So of course, like 100%. especially a game like Jeanty had today, I'm excited about what to see moving forward because this is definitely a confidence builder. And shout out to the boogeyman. The boogeyman is back. His stance. I noticed it like probably a game or so. Like I think I noticed it at Commanders game, but this game I think it was like official. Like, you know, maybe this week Pete Carroll. I heard Pete Carroll had a conversation with Jeanty, which I thought was dope. I'm like, hey, that's what good coaches do. At the end of the day, that's what good coaches do. They're gonna try to see what they can do.
Changed it back, bro. I'm happy you changed it back. You know, there were some people. You know, I went on my show and I kind of made a little stink about it, and I was like, I don't like the fact that he changed it. And I said it as soon as he changed. I'm like, he don't look comfortable, bro. And then when it comes to this in the league, bro, he got to be as comfortable as can be. You know what I'm saying? Like,
confidence is huge.
Exactly. Anything that could change up just a little tick of him, right? You don't want to do that. Now you can see he back to the stance. Because in that stance, he has his rhythm, bro. You can see it. He has his rhythm in that fucking stance. Why are you changing that up? And again, Chip, that's you. You over there fucking up, Chip. That's another instinct.
And another thing, too, I thought was interesting that he said about his stance. Because I forgot what interview it was during the offseason. He said this. I thought that was interesting. He says, well, one of the reasons why I stand like that, it gives me a chance to see what how the defense looks. So he can visually see, okay, this is what they're trying to do. Because I'm sure he probably studies game film. He probably is preparing for whatever opponent he plays against. So it gives him a level of comfortability of how to attack the defense that's going up against him. So when you take that away from him, because he's not a big running back. He's not a big running back.
He's 5'8", bro. He is 5'8". He doesn't. Why are you crouching him more? You know what I'm saying? Crouching more. He's 5'6". Now that motherfucker really trying to look over the line, bro. So now I'm like, no, I agree with you 100%. Let him do what's comfortable. Let him look over the line. Let him see what he got to see. And that's exactly what showed today. He was comfortable. So, and finally we get him in space, right? Well, I think we preached this week 1 on the spaces or whatever, bro. Like, if he's not running the ball well, just get the ball to him in space, dog. Just get him one-on-one with somebody. Let him feel the ball. And that's exactly what the fuck happened today, bro. You get a little flat, little screen out there, whatever the case, bro. Safety or corner one-on-one, that's lunch meat. You know what I mean? Like, that's easy money, bro. We eat. So I'm glad they got him involved in that way. I'm glad they got Mostert involved too. I'm gonna give Mostert some love, bro. I don't need to see Zamir White no more. This is why I was asking to see Mostert the whole time. I love the complementary style that they have. You can see it, right? Like the way Jeanty runs. When Mostert come in, you give him a little touch. Mostert gives you a little change of pace. You know what I mean? I like both of them together.
Oh my God. Hey, Zamir White, I don't want to ever see Zamir White again.
I don't
want to see Zamir White again. I don't want to see
more.
Zamir White again, bro. I don't want to see him again. And shout out to
Mostert. Gives what
Mostert.
you need, bro.
I'm glad you brought up Mostert because I was like, man, what's the point of having Mostert on the team if he's not gonna, be inactive? Why like he's 33-year-old running back. Is he not showing enough to get some PT? If he's not, then we probably should have kept a younger player. But guess what? He came in there and it was a nice little compliment to Jeanty, who's a physical presence in that running back position. And then you got Mostert, who obviously he's fast. He got that speed. He still got a little bit of speed left. And he looked better at special teams. And he looked better.
I like it, bro. I like it. Hey, shout out to Laube too. We got to give some Laube love, bro. Laube is good on special teams, and that's why he was kept mostly. But at the end of the day, bro, like I know I was frustrated. I'm like, why is Mostert not out there? But they maybe had to get him healthy. Remember, he didn't have a lot of training camp. And when it comes to him, dog, his thing is health. You know what I mean? So he got to stay healthy and shit. So maybe that was the thing. But at the end of the day, this is what I knew it would look like, right, when they signed Mostert. Because of how Jeanty is, right, and the way he runs and the way Mostert runs, it's a perfect complement. Perfect. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So if we can get this type of running from both of them, it's going to be very hard to stop. Now, if our quarterback was playing well, I'd say it's going to be very hard to fuck with, because at this point now you can say, dog, the play action is going to be crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah. It would be crazy. But now, right now, we ain't got confidence in nothing we doing through the air. So here we are.
Yeah. Shout out real quick, man. Alfredo with the super chat. He says O-line gives Geno play. Yeah, man. O-line had a hell of a game, bro.
Oh, bro, you can't talk about the
best
line,
game
bro.
of the season. Best game of the season. Best game of the season.
I want to say this real quick.
Best performance of the season.
Yeah, and I want to say this real quick because I be hard on him. Pause, and I actually be talking a lot of shit, but I'll give him love today, bro. Parham played very well. Parham played very well, dog. You know what I mean? I'll give him love today, and I'll tell him that I would say that he played very well. Hey, JPJ coming back, bro. You saw it. You know what I mean? You saw it immediately. So, shout out to the line, dog. Shout out to the line. Hopefully, Colton Miller is not all the way banged up, but shout out to the line, though.
Coach in the building, man. Appreciate the super chat, my guy, man.
Appreciate it, man.
He says, I knew they lose. Team is cursed as F, man. Hey, man. Yeah, I can't argue with you. They keep losing. I can't argue with you. If they keep losing, yeah, they're 1-3, obviously. But yeah, man, let's focus on a little bit of positivity with the team. Look, I started off by saying that I like the bounce back game overall by the team, the energy, just from everybody else except for quarterback. I know someone earlier said something about Jakobi, and like I think you might want to chime in on this a little bit, because I think you spoke about it a little bit, and someone was like, I don't agree with you with Jakobi. Jakobi's been struggling run blocking. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what's going on with Jakobi, but when it comes to run blocking, and this is what makes him a very valuable player to the Raiders, is his ability to contribute from an offensive standpoint and receiving the football, but also run blocking. And I felt like Jakobi showed up, I think, on a telecast where he missed the block on a short yardage situation where
not moving.
I think it might have been third down and short, and the Raiders tried a QB sneak. And whoever, Jakobi's responsibility was to actually block somebody, he just stood there not even reacting. So I don't know if that's a, coaching thing. I don't know how they're coaching it up, but Jakobi's not looking like a guy that wants to block this year. But you know, hey, look, and we talked about it earlier before we went live. I was like, hey, Jakobi's replaceable. I know no one wants to hear this. I like Jakobi, and he is our best receiver. But I feel like Jakobi's replaceable, and I think that's the attitude of the Raiders, to be honest with you. But
Man,
they better get Jack Bish involved, man. Get him ready, get him some reps before the season's up, so they can figure out if he could be the answer. So figure out if he can contribute, because they drafted
exactly, and that's another thing, bro. Like, they're not playing him. We'll see how that continues to go. But for the fans that don't agree, right? I mean, yes, because we could just sit here and say like, oh man, Geno's trash, so that's why, you know, we're not seeing Jakobi play well. Like, we could say that, but that's a cop out to me. That's a cop out, bro. Again, how many times are we looking, right? And there are a couple times Jakobi is this good where there a couple times a game he will get open, right? But I'll say this to a fan, and I'll challenge y'all at this: it's okay to be greedy. Why the fuck can't we have one of these other receivers that everybody else has? Just because the rest of the division got shitty receivers don't mean we have to. What does that mean, bro? I'm watching other teams have these receivers that are clear-cut number ones, right? And you can tell me right now that you think Jakobi's a clear-cut number one. He's not. He's not, bro. I look at certain college receivers right now that I see in college, and I'm like, I'd probably take him over Jakobi. No cap. No cappery. I can name you two right now. Pharaoh, I'll name you two right now, bro. I don't even know if you know him. Buddy from Arizona State, Jordan Tice, I'll take him over Jakobi Meyers right now. Right now.
Chris says Chris said Jakobi's using a Willem Blocker. That was surprising. But it's not even just it's not even just this game. It's kind of been showing up all season.
It's been all season, bro. It's been all season, bro. There are two right now, bro. And look, yes, Geno is not playing all that well. But this is what Pharaoh and I are saying is that Jakobi is a receiver that is complementary. He's complementary to a guy that, for example, if you have that, sucks to say, but if you had that Devontae Adams, he's a very good complementary receiver. Very good. Right?
He's a number two. He's a number two. He's a number two. But you know what I hate?
Bro. He's not that guy.
I hate when people be like, oh, he's a very good number two, but he's borderline number one. No, he's not a number one at all, bro.
No, he's not.
He's not.
No, he's not.
He's not.
No, he's not. No,
he's not.
Our number one receiver is A.J. Brown. You know what I mean? Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, all the extra. Even the categories that they're trying to put him in is the but even the categories that they're trying to put him in is the T. Higgins. You know what I mean? And all the extra and all the receivers like that. He's not even in the T. Higgins realm. He's not even there. So it's like, you know, we got to be just honest about where we are, bro. He is a number two receiver. We don't have a number one. That's another thing we need to get. But that's okay. We could push that off because we got to focus on the trenches, right? Either way it go, we got to focus on the trenches. But or quarterback. Shit, the way this is going, or quarterback. So we're gonna have to make business decisions there. Jakobi's making business decisions, and that's what the Raiders were doing as well. Again, I brought myself to the forefront too, because I was saying we got to pay Jakobi, but the way he's been playing, bro, like you can honestly see why the Raiders said we're not gonna do that right now. You can see it. I understand. You know what I mean? So that is a shout out to them on the business side of it. But realistically, Pharaoh, I know this, but as we talk and I kind of get my mind about me, bro, I kind of get this inclination, right? We talked about like what's their identity on offense. They're really like off of year one. It's what identity could they really get? What the fuck could they really do, bro? They got a mix of John Gruden players in here and a mix of fucking or a mix of McDaniel players in here where it's like, dog, none of these players mesh and mangle. You know what I mean? So now we're just sitting here fucking we're with a mix and match grab of players, bro.
Omicron says that's a Raiders pay me thing. Yeah. Hey, man. He does want to get paid. Maybe D-Moke's over here saying that Jakobi's making business decisions. Probably, maybe, it's possible. He stopped running the route on 2 of the picks Geno threw. Frank Wright, shout out to you pulling up. I don't know. I don't know if I like the decision by Geno too. But hey, maybe you got something to say about that too. Maybe there might be some truth to that as well.
Though.
But
both is true.
This might be some
because the way Geno was reacting, like you can see that, like it's like, oh, he was like, why did you stop running? But at the end of the day, Byard was over the top on one of those interceptions. So it's like, bro, why are you even throwing that? Yeah, man. But at this point, man, like, look, going back to my original point about Geno Smith is that they overestimated how good Geno was. They thought he was a franchise guy. They thought he was going to be that guy, and he's not. And it shows. Great.
The first 4 games, 77 interceptions. A few of those games, he had over 40 attempts. So he's definitely not the guy. Like, the more he passes, the higher chance that he's throwing interceptions. That's just not his. He's not a 40 attempts guy that you want to trust. Maybe he might get lucky. He might get 40 attempts and throw 1 interception. Guess what? He did that in a win against the Patriots. He almost threw a pick. If we being real, he almost threw a pick last week against the Commanders. But the Commanders, shout out to Louis T, who we had to break down the Commanders. He made a point about the Commanders not being a good team that were not a good ball hawking defense. So, you can take that for whatever it's worth, and it showed up on the game where they dropped the interception from Geno. But at the end of the day, like,
and real quick, because Frank White is saying that he needs the number 1 receiver. Nah, bro. And I told my pops this. Even if Geno has a nice little bounce back as far as like the season, I'm still drafting one, bro. I'm still drafting the quarterback, bro. I'm not doing that. I'm not falling into the trap of like, oh shit, he bounced back. You know what I mean? Did that, bro? He has 7 or 8 interceptions in 4 games. Like, stop it. No. We have to get another one. Again, I go back to the Giants situation. And that's not to say that we get rid of Geno next year. That's not to say that. But I go back to the Giants situation. When you're in these situations with a veteran quarterback struggling, the veteran quarterback only has 2 options. He either has to get his shit together or he gonna sit his ass down. And at this point right now, there is nobody behind Geno that makes him have that thought. He's just sitting there humdy-dumb. I'm going to watch the film. I'm going to see what I did wrong. He's going to come out here and keep telling y'all the same bullshit in the pressers. Oh, man, it's on me. Just put it on me. Guess what? This is the same shit we heard with Derek Carr. Derek Carr never got pushed. That mother nigga had never had nobody behind him or coaches telling him, like, hey, bro, you got to step your shit up or I'm ready to put this young motherfucker in here. It just is what it is. That's where we are right now. We got coddle central. We getting coddled. We getting babied because we don't want to hurt feelings or this is my guy or really because we ain't got nobody behind him to say like, hey, bro, you got to actually step your game up. So that's another reason why you draft a young quarterback. We talking about competition, right? Shit, let's compete. What's the word?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see, man. We'll see how consistent that message is to the team as the season goes along because the Raiders are 1-3. I said this week was a big game, and I did tell you last week when I was on your show. Was a Wednesday, and we're talking about the game. We're previewing the game, and I was telling you, like, I really don't care who wins and loses the game, even though this is an ugly loss, and I want the Raiders to win. But I don't really care if they win or lose. I want to see how the team responds. I want to see how the coaching staff responds, if they make any adjustments. I want to see if certain aspects of the team gets better. You know what I mean? If it shows up on the field, like the offensive line, like the running game. And it was a good opportunity against the Bears, who obviously were weak against for stopping the run. And I look, they kind of showed up, man. The defense showed up, the run game showed up, the offensive line showed up. It's just the quarterback didn't show up. Even, you know what? I know
Yeah,
people don't want to hear this. Even some people don't want to hear this, but Chip Kelly low-key showed up. Chip Kelly kind of showed up at
Hey, bro,
times.
I was gonna say that, bro. I was gonna actually say that, bro. I'm so glad you said that, dog, because people are going to go at Chip, and people are going to look at Chip and like kind of blame him a little bit. I thought Chip was calling certain things, bro. Now there are certain times where I was like, okay, like why, like what are we doing? Of course, there are certain calls where I questioned, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But even think about this, right? That third down at the end, I was like, why did we just run a simple dive? But then again, like my quarterback has thrown 3 fucking interceptions. I can't do nothing else. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna do nothing else, bro. Like I'm not gonna just put the ball in the air. This motherfucker to throw 3 interceptions. So cool, bro. To me, Chip Kelly did his thing. Staying on the positive note, bro. This defense again. You had your point, and a lot of people had their point. The fatigue, and you could tell the physicality wasn't there. And even I said it though, like a lot of things that they did in Washington last week, correctable, tackling, wrapping up. You know what I mean?
Bro, we didn't see it in the other games. We didn't see it in the other games, and then all of a sudden they forgot to do things. Now the offensive line was an issue all 3 games, all 3 games. But the tackling, they just looked like they shouldn't. They didn't even want to be there. So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna charge it. I'm gonna charge this to the game, bro. I would charge this to the game, and I want to see how they respond. That's why, like when I seen this game, I was like, okay, this looks like a team that looked like in the first few games, the first 3 games, as far as the defense. The defense has been a surprise all season. They play hard. Maxx Crosby's Maxx Crosby. Hey, you know what? You know who's kind of
he did what I needed him to do, bro.
Yep. Forcing turnovers. Oh, I was gonna say Thomas Booker kind of flashed too. Thomas Booker's flashed too.
He did, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He did today. And I will say this, man. A lot of us, I wasn't really on this, but I know a lot of us wanted more, right, from Max. I know a lot of people were saying that more. Let's get more. And I always said, bro, the reason that Max don't be put in those categories like TJ Watt and all them is because they do those things, right? You feel what I'm saying? I literally watched this morning TJ Watt against the Vikings did that exact same shit. He had an interception. So to get yourself in those categories, bro, Maxx Crosby got to continue to do those things. But Max is going to do what he does, bro. Like, so I'm never really worried. Today, I was proud that we got contributions from the other 4 or other 5 guys on the line. Everybody else was eating, bro. Even Tyree showed up. Now, Tyree was unblocked on that motherfucking sack. People don't want to hear that, but hey, at least he got home. He got home. Cooch showed up a little bit. Like you said, Booker showed up a little bit today. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we really, like, if this was like a better team that was rolling, for real, like, we might have got our ass whooped because we really should have. To be honest with you, should have got the doors blown off us. Motherfuckers had, what, how many possessions in the red zone? What, like 4 or 5? Where they was already at the 30, 20? It's like, damn, dog, like, if this team, if this defense wasn't doing what they were doing, bro, we would have got the doors blown off us, bro. We would have got embarrassed at home.
Yeah. And look, the defense, I'm not gonna lie, they've showed so far from this young NFL season, right? First quarter of the season, we gotta judge it the way they've shown us in the first quarter of the season. What have they told us? We have no identity on we don't have really an identity on this team, but we don't have identity on offense because we've been all over the place. But the defense, their identity is basically stopping the run, bend but don't break defense. Maxx Crosby's find a way to create havoc. You know, you could pinpoint and you probably can nitpick some things on the defense. Obviously, we all know the talent level isn't all the way there, but they do got some young talent.
It's a talent, though. It's a talent, bro.
Yeah.
Talent, bro.
So it's like hard for me to like really overly criticize the defense when I know they don't really have the same level of talent the offense has. It's just not the same.
That's what.
And the problem.
How do they not have the same level of talent and the offense is not performing, bro? Like, that's the problem.
Yeah, I know. And shout out to Raider Nation 510. He says play design is horrible on pass plays, no seam routes. Yeah, and that's been like a valid criticism on Chip Kelly is the spacing and is his offense, all the way there for the pros, and there's a lot of things that they're talking about when it comes to Chip Kelly, and I think it's correctable. And one of the things
our receivers can't separate, bro.
And another thing too, the reason why I said Chip, I thought because what did we see? We see Ashton Jeanty get involved in the receiving game.
Right.
Perfect. That's what I wanted to happen. Guess what? 2 touchdowns.
Exactly.
And then and what did we see? We also seen a screenplay. How many times have we been yelling about a screenplay? Like why don't we run in screens? Like we got Brock Bowers who can run. We got Brock Bowers. We got Ashton Jeanty. We got guys who can give you that yak ability in the screen game, and we got it. So I can't like those adjustments that I'm like, okay, I like that. I just think that Geno lost us the game. It is what it is.
5'10",
if you want to keep it simple, but
yeah, bro. And 5'10", how can we say that? How can we say that he's not? He's not designing seams when that's all that Geno's getting picked off on. Shit, that's all Geno gets picked off on, seams, dog. Like every seam that Jakobi runs, he stares the shit down and he throws a pick to the safety, bro. He's done it multiple times, so it's like we can't say that. It's really not. Honestly, dog, we are not sitting here. It's not Chip. I cannot say that it's fully Chip. It's not. Now there are times where Chip is doing shit where I'm like, all right, man, let's get it in. Like we got to be better for sure. I'm not gonna say that. But then at the same time, bro, we have to understand, like, how much continuity can I have as a play caller when I don't know when my quarterback going to throw the other team the fucking ball? That's the whole thing, bro. I don't have no continuity. And before this game, we wasn't even running the ball well. So it's like now, whatever I call, it's a double whammy. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going to get stuffed in the backfield for 2 yards, or I'm going to fuck around and throw an interception because my quarterback being trash today. Either way it goes, bro, he can't win. There's no winning.
I'm looking up Geno Smith's contract because some people in the chat is talking about, sitting Geno Smith down. I'm like, they're not going to do that, bro. They paid him. They just paid him that big time contract. It is what it is. Geno's a starting quarterback unless like he gets hurt or something like that. But let me look at his contract here. And it looks like it's pretty much a 2-year deal. So this season, next season. Obviously, he's going to be starting quarterback this season. So it's a 2-year deal. So next season potentially could be the last year for Geno if they choose it to be. So there's an out where there's going to be 0 dead cap hit for 2027 season. So after the 2026 season, they can get out of that contract. So technically, it's not really a bad contract for Geno Smith, who the last couple years has played well.
It's not. But regardless of how he finishes, I don't know, bro. Like regardless of how he finishes, bro, he's got to compete for his job.
No. Hey, look. It all goes back to what I said, bro. I never viewed Geno Smith as a franchise.
I don't care if he finishes the open. A rookie has to come in here and push this man for his job. There is no safe and secure, placement.
Yeah. And like I said, going back to what I said, I personally, and I'm sure you probably could agree this, I never looked at Geno Smith as a franchise. I looked at him as more of a bridge quarterback. If he were to show us more than that, cool. That's a good problem to have. But my expectations was never like, oh, Geno's going to do this, because that's not who he was. I mean, I know he had like a career resurgence. He was able to turn around his career with Seattle. I get it. But at the end of the day, he's 35 years old. He's like a more of a, middle of a pack QB. And I feel like you have to have a lot of pieces around Geno in order for him to be successful. Like it's almost like kind of like similar to Derek Carr, where you got to have the offensive line, you got to have run game, you have so many things for him to be good. And like we see that like something, and it's crazy. Exactly. Today should have been good enough for him to win. There is no excuses. That's what makes this loss so like terrible, is because he had everything. He had the defense played well. The run game was there. Geno, obviously is the reason why they lost. He threw 3 interceptions. I think he only threw for like 117 pass yards. The Raiders rushed for over 240 yards, bro. Like I said earlier, man, that like I pulled up that stat.
What? Are you serious, bro? He only had 117, bro.
117 pass yards. Let me pull this up here. 117 pass yards. Let me just double check. Could have sworn it was 117.
See, that's the shit right there, bro. That's the shit right there. That goes for everybody that thinks that you can still play Trent Dilfer type of football. There you go. For everybody in the chat and all the fans that still think you can play Trent Dilfer football.
I mean, you gotta have.
There it shows right there. You can't do that no more. You have to have a quarterback. You gotta have a quarterback, bro.
Yep. So this is Geno Smith's stat line: 14 for 21, 117 pass yards, 5.6 average. It's crazy. Two touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He wasn't sacked. Geno Smith was not sacked, and he had
bro.
his run.
Real talk, bro. Real talk. Look at this, Farrell. If he don't turn the ball over, bro, we win the game.
Yeah.
If he don't turn the ball over, we win the game.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. That's it. That's the breakdown. That's the rundown.
Yeah. Salute to Raider Junkie Cisco says, Farrell, are we that used to losing where we don't care if we win anymore? Nah. I know that I already know what I said was gonna sound like crazy. It wasn't that like, look, going back to what I said earlier, my expectations for the Raiders this season was not high. I'm looking at the team. I'm not going to be blind, and I'm not going to set myself up for failure by saying, oh, this team is going to go to the playoffs and they're going to do this and they're going to do that. When in reality, there are more questions than what the reality is. What the reality is that Geno need to show us that he could be that type of quarterback. Reality is that offensive line need to show us that they can be at least average. If you look at most of the games, they were below average until this game. This game, they played well. You probably can make a point. They played above average. You look at the wide receiver core. You know what I mean? Outside of Jakobi Meyers, everybody else is kind of shaky. Brock Bowers, I get it. He's our number one option on offense, but he's a tight end. And guess what? He got hurt first game of season, and now it puts a lot more pressure on the other guys, and the other guys ain't stepping up outside of Jakobi Meyers. And now, like Jakobi, if Geno can't get the ball to Jakobi, what happens? You know what I mean? They're struggling to Rundown's point. So my expectations was high, especially with the defense too. But they're playing better than expected. But the offense I thought would be better. To be honest with you, I thought the offense would be better. But that's a whole different conversation. I think the reason why the offense is playing so bad is because their plan on offense didn't make any sense. Why are you overestimating Geno Smith? He's not that type of guy.
100%.
I thought the plan 100%. Was to run the ball. I thought this was going to be a run-heavy offense. Right. Then we're going to use play action and give easy looks for an accurate QB and Geno Smith. Obviously that didn't happen. That hasn't been happening. Yeah. I thought this game could have been a good opportunity for that, but Geno Smith played terribly, going back to him playing bad, and that's the reason why they lost. But I'm not all the way. I'm kind of like this. I'm disgusted by the loss, but I'm still here. Like, I'm not like, oh man, the season's over. Yes. I mean, it's been over.
No.
If you hear me talk, it's been over. I never really had that. I never had that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We're not making the playoffs, bro. I mean, I think you said that. I said that from the beginning. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we're not making the playoffs. But like, I see at least from Pete's side, right? I will say this, right? Because I did say something about AP earlier, but I will say from Pete's side, he does have them more prepared. You know what I mean? Realistically, if we don't turn the ball over, we win that game. If we don't make our mistakes, we win that game because we forced them into many mistakes. So from Pete's side, in the way that they're coaching it, I'm actually, I have confidence, right? I'm like, okay, bro, like we can, you know what I mean? They're doing what they're doing. But it's just, it loses me when it's like, you can clearly see how we're losing these games. Like, that's where you start like, dog, it gets hard to watch. because it's like week in and week out. Or is this the type of QB performance we got to be accustomed to watching? You know what I mean? Like this is what we got. This is what we got to watch week in, week out. And we got to squander these performances from the rookie and from the defense week in and week out. Like, that's frustrating, bro. That is frustrating to really watch. So, you know, hoping they can get it together. Next week is a toughie. You know what I mean? You know, we'll be talking about it after the game there. Next week is a tough one, bro. They played the Rams tough today. They lost. But Indianapolis ain't no fluff game, bro. And you got to go there. So, their defense is playing well. So we got to see how we go there, man. The Titans aren't really playing well, so you know you might be able to pop them there. But next week ain't no fucking fluff game, so we'll see how that goes, bro. But regardless of it, you know we're not gonna beat a dead horse.
Right. This team is not in a position where we're gonna assume that they're gonna win games. Look, this is supposed to be an easy stretch for them.
That's 100%.
This is supposed to be a winnable stretch for them. Like for the people who are saying that the Raiders have, you know, that I think, you know, they're going to be competing for a playoff spot or that wild card spot. This was supposed to be an easy stretch for them.
This is fucking it up.
This is obviously because it gets tougher. You talk about some of the teams that they're going to be playing against. You know, they're going to be playing against the Eagles. They're going to be playing against some of these good teams the latter half of the season, especially we haven't played Kansas City in Kansas City. You know what I mean? Like those are tough divisional games. Look. But look, my thing is this, because going back to like some of the people in the chat are saying like, oh man, like you're expecting this team to lose and yada yada yada. Like, nah, my expectation is high. My expectations are not that high, meaning that like I'm not going to just expect this team to do something that they haven't proven to me that they can do. So once they've proven me that they can do something on a consistent basis, then I'm gonna have higher expectations. As far as moving forward, the outlook of the season, I want to see Jeanty get the ball more. I want to see him play even better ball because he's gotten better each and every game, and he hasn't been perfect. He's been missing reads. But he's been getting better and better. And today we seen him like, hey, shout out to Ryan Clark, bro. Shout out to Ryan Clark. He might have lit a fire under. He might have lit a fire into Jeanty, bro. He might have lit a fire into Jeanty. Because I thought that Ryan Clark comment was kind of unfair. You know, I think at the end of the day, like, he's on ESPN. He's on all these sport talk shows. They always want to have like these hot takes. Like, oh, this guy's not that good. And everybody's going to talk about it. It's going to go viral. Obviously, his comments about Jeanty went viral. But, you know, the boy Jeanty showed up 21 carries, 138 yards, total 155 total yards, scored 3 touchdowns. The first rookie since Bo Jackson to score 3 touchdowns. That's 1987. So, you know, he's doing some doing some good things. I just need to see more of it. I want to see more of this this before I can be like, hey, because how I feel about Bowers, I have him like one of the best. But Bowers went out there, he proved it each week in, week out. I got to see it from Jeanty, but he's getting better and better. Today, I seen what made him special. And what makes him special is his ability to break tackles and that contact balance. Because I'm not gonna lie, bro, he can't even. He makes it look so easy when guys try to take. Like when he's in the open field, that's when you really see like, man, like it's almost like they're not even touching him. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out to Jeanty for having a great game, bro.
That's exactly what I used to say all the time, bro. You know. Yeah, that's what, you know, his contact balance is different. That's what his superpower is. And that's what, I think I came on y'all show a couple times, and I know I've been saying it on mine, like, bro, that's why you got to get him in the second level. You know what I mean? That's why he's not the type of running back where, you know, you're going to see what makes him special behind the line of scrimmage. That's not the type of back he is. You know what I mean? You got to get him in the second level. Once he's with the safety, you know, a corner, at that point, bro, it's unfair. You know what I mean? You saw Byard, he tried to bring him down, bro. And it, like you said, it looked easy. You know what I mean? It's like water off a duck back. Damn near the way that they
what do you think of his speed? What do you think of his speed on that run? What do you think of his speed?
He has great contact balance, Pharaoh. He has great contact. Yeah, great. Let's be real, bro. Let's be real, dog.
Oh,
if he ain't have
funny.
good contact balance, if his contact balance wasn't good, he got hawked. No fucking cap. But either way though, still that's what makes her special. So, still.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he showed off his speed a little bit on there. I mean, I think then Byard, I think he might have had an angle on him a little bit, and then he looked like he ran away from him a little bit. Then Byard kind of caught up and he missed. He got that tackle, but it's hard to bring him down. Like it from what we're seeing it in real time. Like a lot of people had questions. Can he break tackles in the NFL like he did in Boise? Is that contact balance going to show up in the NFL? Like, and it's showing up.
Right.
When it's in the open field, it's like these guys are just rolling off him, and it's like it's nothing to him, and it's crazy too. I like how Chip, 100%. He used them in a pass game in the red zone. You know what I mean? Like it was a nice little, I like that touch where you use them because he didn't really do it in any part of the field really outside of the red zone. And guess what? It turned into 2 touchdowns. So hopefully we see that more of that moving forward. Shout out to everybody pulling up. Make sure to clock in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. But yeah, man, I mean, those are like my thoughts on the game. I mean, I know we chimed in on like the big issue was Geno Smith. I didn't have a problem with the performance today from the team itself. Like I felt like overall they showed up and things looked better. The offensive line looked better. The run game looked better. The defense looked better. It's just Geno Smith is like the story of this game where it's like, I think Raider Nation, they're figuring out like, oh, okay, he's not the guy, he's not the guy at all. So it is what it is. Now we know.
Bro, whoever said real man, Skrilla, man, be Skrilla, man. We don't make us have to block you, bro. We might have to block you from the chat. He talking about Russ Wilson in Vegas, bro. Don't start that shit. Don't start it. Don't start that shit. This is what I'm saying, bro. We fall into the trap. Now, if you're playing, I'm with you. Right? It's a funny joke, but don't fall into that trap, dog. Because look, if we release Geno or if the team come out and say like, man, Geno's not the guy, you know what they're gonna do? Our fan base is gonna try to find the next veteran quarterback to sniff out and be like, oh man, where's the next Rich Gannon at? It wasn't Geno. We gotta recreate it somewhere. Y'all know what time it is, bro. We keep kicking the can down the road. We know what we have to do. It's time. It's time.
I'm just looking at Geno for what he is, bro. It's like, damn, like he's not a good pre-snap guy. And then post-snap, he locks on the receivers. And I'm like, damn, like, so if like the Chip Kelly basically has to call a perfect play and people got to be open, that means we probably could have went with a younger QB.
You're not good.
You're not good, but you're not good. But also we could have went for a younger QB because younger QBs got to develop. They got to get better. But in the beginning, the coaches got to protect him a little bit, like, and it helps when guys like Russell Wilson, who when he was a rookie who did he have? He had Marshawn Lynch. He ran the ball. What did he have? He had a great defense in Seattle. Roethlisberger, great defense, great run game. Hey, we all know that. Like it goes on and on. Young QB. Right now, I feel like young QB is the answer next year, bro. We got to draft one.
Oh, it's been the answer for 3. It's been the answer since we let go of Carr, for real. I mean, it's been the answer since we let go of Carr. But I will say this, bro. Do we start the train now? Do we start the train now and say, hey, Cleveland, bro, what you want for your boy, bro? You know what I mean? What you want? Oh my, what you need?
Hey, shout out to Dixon, bro. Hey, bro. If Cleveland,
what you want?
If Cleveland, for whatever reason, if Shador and Shador looks good with Cleveland, man, that's gonna look bad for the Raiders. It's gonna look bad for a lot of the NFL. If we're being honest.
It is. But for us specifically, there's something that I do know about certain things. I'll say it like this, okay? when it comes to Geno and us not drafting the quarterback, Pharaoh is 100% correct on how much that they felt about Geno and how good they thought he was. Good, bad, or indifferent, that was their thought process in which affected, Pete's thought process, which affected the thought, which affected like why we not going after no quarterback. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like this is all the doorstep on Pete and Geno, but there you go, bro.
Hey man, SoCal, it was a tough game for Rundown, bro. He needed some time to, get his mind off the
bro,
game.
I had to get out, bro. I had to get out. You know what I'm saying? I had to go to my safe space. You know what I'm saying? I had to go.
Oh man, hey, all I said, Rundown looked like Chandler Jones by the firelight.
That's how I feel, bro. That's how
man, that's hilarious.
What do you say, bro? Bro, that's how they got me feeling, bro. That's how they got me feeling, bro. I feel like Chandler Jones got fired.
I gotta pull out that meme, bro. I gotta find that video where Chandler Jones remember he was like crying. Oh man, he was like, oh.
Chico. I'm crying, bro.
That is funny. That's funny, man.
We're down bad,
hey,
bro. We're fucking.
Yeah, but shout out to everybody pulling up.
You can't even be serious, bro. We about to block you from the chat, dog. You rather go with Kenny Pickett over Shedeur, the motherfucker they traded away, rather than kept? The Browns traded Kenny Pickett, and we for to block you from the chat in a minute, man. Ain't no way, dog. There's no way.
Yeah, man. I don't think Pickett comes into the game unless like it's a blowout or Geno gets hurt. Honestly, I don't think they.
He better not, bro.
Because if they bench him,
there's no way.
If they bench him, if they bench Geno, then it's like okay, basically that's like that's a permanent decision. Like that's a decision where you like, you know what? We have a better chance of winning with Kenny Pickett. So Kenny Pickett is going to be the quarterback for the rest of the season. That's something you do like maybe like with 4 games left, 6-7 games left. The Raiders won like 3. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those like moves you make.
Or you only do that if you have a young quarterback.
Or if you have a young quarterback. It's just it don't make any sense. They look, they're locked in with Geno for 2 this year and next year, guaranteed. So it's like, why would you want to mess up that relationship with Geno? Why would you want to mess with his confidence? Why? Look, the way the Raiders should handle Geno Smith is they need to accept exactly who he is at quarterback. And going back to what I said earlier, their view of Geno Smith was way higher than what me and Rundown and some of y'all thought. Like, oh, Geno Smith, he's cool. He's an okay quarterback. He's a bridge quarterback. They looked at him as a franchise QB. Like, hey, Geno, win us the game. Go win us the game. Go throw 40 times and win us the game. He's not that. He's not that. And it showed up in the first 4 games of the season, first quarter of the season. Hopefully they adjust. Hopefully they start running the ball more and they make the game even more simpler for Geno. It is what it is. That's the reality. And hopefully the Raiders draft a quarterback next year, start looking at young quarterbacks in the draft. The Raiders have, what's crazy is that we have a bunch of needs. We can easily go tackle at whatever position in the first round or whatever. We could easily go defense, but the quarterback position is so important that if the Raiders have a chance to draft one in the first round, that's a no-brainer decision to me. They need to go after that position. But I want to see more moving forward. I want to see more of Geno Smith. I mean, not Geno Smith, but Ashton Jeanty. Hopefully Brock gets healthy. I want to see, did Jack Besh even play? Did Besh even play? I know he didn't get a target.
No, he did not, bro. No, he did not. There's no sense in that, bro. There's no sense in that at all. So I don't know what's going on. I definitely want to see more Ashton Jeanty. Again, bro, for the crowd, there's no way that some of y'all think that Kenny Pickett is better. Now he might. Who knows? He might play better up in here, but like he's not better than Geno, bro, and that's the sad part. That's the sad reality. You know what I mean? He's not better than Geno. We probably gonna be in the same situation. You know what I mean? We've all went through this roller coaster before, bro, and this is what kind of infuriates
forget y'all, man. Forget y'all. We got Bears fans
yeah,
in here.
This is what infuriates me, bro. This is the same song and dance we've been through multiple seasons as Raider fans, bro. We hope that the backup is better. Maybe he plays good for a game, and then we know what time it happens again, bro. And then the backup is ass. Like, bro, let's not hope for a little mighty Giants or little Giants situation, bro. Like, this shit's not happening. All right, we're trash. We're trash. Accept it. Have the acceptance. All right. There are shit we need to sign in the free agency. We need to draft, and we reload, and we actually figure out what our quarterback situation is. As of right now, bro, we got 13 weeks of trash to watch. So prepare yourselves. That's it. That's it. And no Colton Miller for 3-4 weeks? Oh, yeah, boy. Yeah, buddy. Prepare.
Yeah. D-Moke says, bro, if he throws 3 picks again next week, and that's what I'm saying, man. Like, once they understand who Geno Smith, hopefully they make adjustments just like they did this game, where they got Ashton Jeanty going, where the offensive line played well, where the team just looked better overall. Hopefully the adjustment that they make with Geno is the play calling has to reflect the player that you have. Geno is not that guy. So why would you even try to risk him trying to put him in situations where he has to thread the needle to Jakobi Meyers? I mean, rundown. Do you think the play caller can call a conservative game with a quarterback that is kind of turnover prone? You get what I'm trying to say? Like, call the game conservatively with a guy like Geno Smith.
Yeah. Which he was, which to a degree he was. Look at the game plan to go down and take the lead before the Bears took the lead. You feel what I'm saying? Like, shit, he went down, he was throwing the ball short and doing all this extra shit. Bro, just the interceptions that Geno is throwing. He's staring fucking guys down, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what is Chip supposed to do about that? Chip, and this is the thing, bro. Again, I stress to y'all, we have to really understand how big of a deal this is. The interception that he threw to Jakobi Meyers today is the same fucking interception he threw week 2, bro. It's the same thing. And that's the problem. It's a veteran quarterback doing the same constant problem, bro. That you're not supposed to have that. So, again, bro, he's staring down his fucking receivers. He's staring down his receivers. Ain't shit Chip can do about that, bro, when your quarterback is... Now, if it's a rookie, we learn, right? We learn. And we say, all right, bro, this is what you don't do. You can't do this. You know what I mean? And we'll go back and we'll really correct it. And then when you come in the pressers and you tell the fan base, like, hey, man, we're really correcting it in the background. We're fixing it. We believe that more because it's a rookie quarterback. It's a young quarterback. You're right. We are working. You know what I mean? All right, cool. We accept that more. What we can't accept is a motherfucker who's 35 in year 12 that's doing the same mistake. That's going to come out here and tell us, I'm working on it. It's my bad. We don't want to hear that. Yeah. That's the problem, bro.
Yeah.
Problem.
Yep. Bosco says, got a question. He said for y'all in the red zone situation when the Bears finally got the lead, Maxx beat tackle off the line clean. He over pursued twice. Does Myles Garrett or TJ Watt make the tackle? Just asking.
I've seen them over pursue. See, bro, there's nothing, we can't do that. We cannot do this, man. The man had a game. He had a good game. Yes, there are times where he over pursued. Guess what? Tyree Wilson could have had a sack on a very crucial ass thing if his ass wasn't playing patty cake with the tackle, going back and forth. You know what I mean? Bro, there's multiple times we're doing all that. We can't nitpick certain plays and be like, well, he didn't do this, so then at the end of the day, bro, he's not on this level. I've seen multiple guys miss plays and do these things, bro. The man had an interception he caused. The man had a sack, forced, you know what I mean, tackles for loss. What more can he do? You know what I mean? What more can he do? Again,
yeah,
we should have got the doors blown off us. We should have got.
I think we lost your audio. Yeah, I think what Maxx too.
You should have got blown out, bro. You should have got blown out.
No, yeah, definitely. I think Maxx led the way with the defense. Defensive overall played well. I just think Maxx too. He has that pressure where he has to play great in order for the defense to play or to have a chance. Like there's nobody like the defense. Like talent wise, like think about it. Who on the defensive line is going to pressure the QB right now? I mean, I think in the first half, I think they were getting pressure, but I think there was a lot of it had to do with blitzes, and they were running stunts and they were running blitzes and stuff like that. I don't know if they were getting. I got to look at it. I got to watch it again. I got to watch the game again, but I don't know if they're getting pressure in the first half just based off their front four. But I do remember in that first half, at least. They were getting home when they're blitzing and running these stunts and stuff like that, and it was working. But I just feel like Maxx has that pressure, that Superman pressure. He has to be Superman every play for the defense to have a chance. And sometimes, to your point, sometimes it can hurt the team a little bit. Sometimes, like where he might over pursue and it might cause a little. But at the end of the day, like if you want the great parts of Maxx Crosby, then you got to take the good with the bad, because like it's not like it's not like you're getting that from anywhere else. It's not like you're getting production from anywhere else. Like exactly. It's not like he's getting consistent pressure. Like the types of plays that we're getting from Maxx, like I think he's partly like if you look at the turnovers, half of the Raiders' turnovers have come from Maxx. Got an interception, forced fumble. I know we have a couple of interceptions somewhere else, but like we had it's just now I don't want to nitpick Maxx Crosby just because like come on, bro. This loss I can't put it on. It just feels wrong to put it on the defense, but it is what it is.
Man, if we had Baker Mayfield, we'd probably win today. No cap. Shit, because I see what Dixon said. I mean, no cap.
Baker Mayfield's a good QB though. Baker Mayfield is a good QB though.
So it's like, and he got drafted in the first round for a reason. At the end of the day, bro, like this is where we are. You know, this is gonna be a tough season. 13 weeks left. If Geno gonna continue to play like this, bro, then it's definitely gonna be a tough season. You know, because we're so up and down. Now the defense will keep us in it as it is, so we'll have chances. We'll be competitive. So at least there's that. You know what I mean? At least we'll have that in the back pocket. We're not gonna be like last year where we just getting blown the fuck out. But you know, it's the sad reality of where we are, bro. We got to have some juice back there, man. It's time. It's time to get a quarterback.
Shout out for Dixon, man. Appreciate the super chat, my guy. He says, Geno equals Minshew equals
Fuck.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man.
It's been time to draft one since we got rid of Carr, bro. So, like, this is where we are. Defense, shout out to them. Shout out to our first round pick. We have a weapon back there. You know what I mean? Continue to flesh out the offense with another weapon as far as receiver. But we'll do that as we go. You know, it's all about the trenches right now. We're just gonna have to have a couple years where we don't have sexy picks. You know what I mean? Guess what? Jeremiah Smith and them ain't coming out next year anyway. So I can sacrifice 1 year and saying, let me get some trenches and go for another year in which I know that the wide receiver talent and everything is going to be better. You know what I mean? So I'm with that. That's where my thought process is already, bro. Let's go for trenches this year. Next year, the skill positions are better. We'll be able to grab something else next year. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, another key thing that we didn't talk about is you know, Eric Stokes did go down with an injury. I think they said it was a knee sprain. He got a knee sprain, so he's gonna miss some games possibly. But I mean it's knee sprain. Yeah, he's gonna miss some games. So this is where Pete Carroll, you know, Darian Porter. This is where he, that pick, and also before the game, I don't know if anybody's seen Reek Woolen. There's rumors that he's going to be available. Like there's rumors that he might get traded.
But
So,
are
but
we in a position to be trading for somebody like that?
yeah. You're right.
That's where I'm
Right.
at. Like, I don't even
That,
think we're in a position to take somebody like that.
that's something that like the Raiders have to go on like a 3-4 game win streak before they,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? Before they be like, you know what? Let's make a trade. You know,
That's
let's make
what
a trade.
I'm
But
saying,
if,
bro.
right now, like you're right.
We're not
That's-
there. We're not there.
Yeah.
We're not there.
Hey, but I appreciate everybody coming through. Make sure to clock in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Before we head out, man, just run down if you want to give like the outlook of what you think the season is going to be from here on out. This after the first quarter of the season is completed.
Yeah, that's 4 games down, bro. Honestly, I had us 2-2, at the end of this. So we're at least 1 game behind what I already thought. So that's already negative. This next 4 game stretch, which we have we got Colts, tough game, Titans, winnable game though. And then you have the Chiefs, which they just beat the shit out of the Baltimore Ravens today. We're not gonna win that game. I'll tell you that right now. So I'm anticipating 1 or 2. So now you're looking at the season. We're 2-5 going into the bye. Is where I have us right now, 2-5 going into the bye. The way we're playing, bro, the Jaguars is not an easy game. Like it's gonna be very tough, man. Because right now, like we said all throughout the show, this was the easier latter part of the schedule, right, or the easier part of the schedule, where you're like, okay, we can win some games, get some rhythm. Once we have to play these tougher teams and opponents, that's when we can be like, all right, bro, we're ready to catch the stride and get it in. You know what I mean? We still got to play Denver and all the extras. So, and no Colton Miller, So it's going to be tough, ladies and gents, bro. It's going to be tough, y'all, to watch for the rest of the year. I'll just say this. Our pick for the draft, we're going to have another premium. We're gonna have some more premium this year, dog. So we gotta get ready to spend it wisely in the draft. Y'all get ready for that, dog. We're gonna have some more premium top 10.
So what you're saying is that's what you're saying.
Hey, bro, I already got my list, bro. I ain't gonna cap. I'm even thinking about writing the email of the players that I need the Raiders to already take a look at now, bro, so they don't fuck it up. I'm already looking at it.
Yeah, man. Hey, shout out to LS with the super chat. He says, anyone thinks Pete is benching Geno is crazy. Pete's stubborn as hell. You've only got look at the offensive line situation. Strapping is going to get worse. Yeah, man. We're going to see how it rolls after this, after this game. What the offensive line is going to look like. Forsythe he's terrible. He's terrible. I'm not expecting any. Yeah, and he's gonna play. And he's gonna play left tackle. He's gonna play left tackle, and expect every team's best pass rusher to attack both their tackles, but especially Forsythe. You know what I mean? He's the backup. He's coming in the game. So
about to have a legacy game. About to have a legacy game.
Oh man, yeah. So.
I'd rather rock with Charles Grant, but that's a conversation for another day, bro.
Well, you know what? Yeah. No, you know what? I'll say this too. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise because now it forces the Raiders to actually get into that run heavy mode because they got to run the ball because they can't play. If you can't drop back 40 times with like Forsythe at left tackle and Glaze on the other side, who also, kind of struggles. He struggles in pass protection too as well. So. They're just gonna have to like figure it out in the run game and improve from there. But we appreciate everybody coming through. Make sure to clock in at this point, clock out, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Man, definitely a tough loss, but hey, you know what? My outlook is this: evaluate the talent they have, see who's gonna be part of the foundation moving forward. It's a lot of guys on 1-year deals. Maybe 1 or 2 of those guys they sign them to an extension. I'm assuming if like maybe a Devin White, maybe whoever they got on a 1-year deals, figure out who those guys are and then start building that foundation on this team because I never looked at this season as the season that, they're going to do all these good things. But if they can figure out who the nucleus of this team, the good players and start building from there and they have another good offseason, then maybe next year could be better. But they just need to understand Geno Smith. He's not the guy. He's not that type of guy where you can just drop back 40 times and expect to win the game. And hopefully the first quarter season snaps them out of it, and then moving forward, we'll see a more honest approach of what this team on offense should be, and that is definitely incorporate the play action, but after you establish the run game, let's get that run game going by any means. Let that be the identity of the football team. But we'll see how it shakes out moving forward, man. It's been a great show. We appreciate everybody pulling up. We were going live on both our channels, so if you haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe. And then hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. And then Rundown, man, let the people know where they can find you, what to look forward to.
Man, go ahead, man. Tap in with @the Rundown on YouTube, man. You can find me there tomorrow, 10 o'clock, man. I am going to be doing the Rundown show, which is we just give a short synopsis, man, a rundown of the game that we just watched, man. Break down some of the stats and, just really go over it in a little more detail after we slept and all the extras. So make sure you tune in for that. And then other than that, man, got my shows throughout the week. Got the Rundown on Wednesday. And then gonna be doing blunts and breakdowns as well, man. Gonna be watching the film of next week for Colts and maybe watching some film of this game too. See, what it looks like.
Cool, yeah. Hey, and also, you can find me all over social media, Pharaoh NFL, PHAROAH NFL, especially on YouTube, Las Vegas Raiders with Pharaoh NFL. And I'm trying to grow around the Shield. So definitely give me a follow around the Shield on X and IG as well. So if you haven't already, definitely head over there, give a follow for the latest Raider news, all that good stuff, and podcast clips. So obviously, if you can't watch the full live, man, we chop it up and we give you the clips of the podcast too, man, of the good conversation that we have. So look, Raider Nation, just lower the expectations. That's all, man. Just lower the expectations. And I think it'll be good for your mental health. I think it'll be good for you, man. It'll be good. Just lower the 100%. Expectations. 100%. And then from there, just go from there. And if the Raiders somehow, some way win some games and be competitive and maybe challenge for a spot, then so be it. But don't come into the season thinking Geno Smith is going to be the savior, thinking this offensive line is going to be one of the best offensive lines in football, when they haven't proved that already. And thinking that Dante Thornton is going to be the next coming of Calvin Johnson, respect to him. He's a young player. He still needs to get better. Like, I could go on and on. Just lower the expectations and then go from there. And then we can judge things accordingly. And, hey, man, hopefully it gets better. But, hey, man, we appreciate everybody pulling up. Like I said, it's been a great show. Any last thoughts we read out, Rundown?
Man. Last thoughts, bro. Mock draft season, man. Mock draft season.
Draft season. All right, man.
Last thoughts.
All right, y'all, man. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Just win, baby.
Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it.